How's it going, guys, and welcome to a longer episode of Career Mode. This is 10 minutes and 40 something seconds long. I know that my videos aren't entirely very long. Obviously this month is very hard because I'm of course doing my sort of charity drive at the moment, so to do two videos a day on like 10 minutes it's not going to happen. But this one is almost 11 minutes, so hopefully you enjoy it. And yeah, we start the episode off taking on Bristol City. Of course, if you did see the last episode, you would know we are already promoted and we have already won the Empire Championship. So these last 5 games really didn't mean anything to me. We'd already been promoted and we'd already got the championship. So all I cared about really was just playing fringe players and, you know, just going for it really, you know. So I wasn't really bothered about the results. I wasn't really bothered about whether we won, lost or draw and what the score lines were in particular. But it's still nice to win. You know, I'm not denying that. I would have been pretty pissed if we lost every game, but it's still nice to win. But yeah, we start the episode off with a win against Bristol City at home. Jordan Slew with the only goal of the game, and Gazaniga made a nice save there as well. I think I played Gazaniga in every single game for the next 5 games. I'm not sure, I can't remember. But yeah, we get a scout update here from my scouts, and some of these guys, I mean, I think it's this guy I signed, was it Danny Baker? Yeah, Danny Baker, he's the guy I signed. Good old Danny Baker. Danny! But yeah, some of the players are pretty shit, to be honest. I mean, I haven't got the greatest of players. And like I said before, I know that my scouts aren't great. They're 3-star on experience and judgment each. But, you know, I still want some good players. You know, 47 to 67 isn't exactly what I'm looking for. But some of the players are quite nice. Some of them have, like, pretty high potentials, which is always good to see. But the following game is away at Turf Moor to take on Burnley in a Lancashire derby. Burnley, of course, a very strong side. And when it's a derby as well, it's always going to be very difficult. And the crowd is always going to be up for it as well. But Burnley had a chance to take the lead just 27 minutes in, but Paulo makes a great save. And I'll tell you what, guys, this episode is all about Paulo. You know, this is just incredible. I mean, I've said like 1,000 times before I want to marry the guy, but you know, it was just incredible. You know, he just had an incredible game in pretty much every single game. He was just stopping everything. But Burnley get a very debatable penalty there as Luke Shaw brings down whoever it was, and Charlie Austin steps up and Paulo Gazaniga makes his first penalty save. It's the easiest penalty save I'll ever have to make, but yeah, wow, what on earth was Charlie Austin trying to do there? Just an awful penalty. And yeah, the score stays at 0-0. But Burnley try and play the ball out from the back, completely fuck it up. But Wilfred Zaha's shot is well saved by Lee Grant. Townsend picks up the ball, goes down the left-hand side, crosses the ball in, and Kim Shin-wook's header goes up in the air, and it eventually comes to nothing. But like I said, this episode was all about Paulo, really. And with that penalty save in mind, I was really pleased with that. But yeah, we did have the chance to win it, not only draw 0-0, but Kazim Richards fucked up this finish. And the game finished 0-0, so I was pretty pleased, to be honest. It's a clean sheet for Paulo, and I'll take it, you know, I'll take it. It's a local derby, so long as we don't lose, that's the main thing. We're already promoted, we've already won the league, so just make sure you don't lose and embarrass yourselves, and we did just that. But in the following game, we took on Millwall, my beloved Millwall, and Millwall in the relegation zone at the moment. I was thinking to myself, maybe I should throw this game, you know, maybe I should throw this game. But I thought, no, got to win it. But yeah, it was going to be hard, because for some reason Millwall had an incredible game here. But it didn't mean we would fall behind early on, because we took the lead early on. 12 minutes in, Atif scores this absolute cracker. Incredible finish from a Saudi Arabian. I've said about 1,000 times, guys, he is just amazing. Look at this, man. The technique and the finish is just incredible. He's such an agile player, you know. He is worth every single penny. But yeah, his sliders, because, you know, sliders. I just can't stand the thought of people. I know a lot of people have said don't show the sliders, but I just can't stand the thought of people going, oh my god, it's amateur and you're playing on sliders. But don't know who that is an impression of. But yeah, anyway, like I said, Paulo was just on fire, man. He played great in the Burnley game, and it looked like he was going to carry on his form in this game as well. He was just stopping everything, man. Even here, you know, Carly Osborne goes to shoot, and he's way out of position, yet he still manages to make the save. He was just incredible, and it's so refreshing to have 2 goalkeepers that are so good. You know, Robinson's a great keeper, obviously. I know he's been pretty inconsistent, and Paulo's a great shot stopper as well. But Andy Keogh did manage to score for Millwall in the 25th minute, which levelled the game up. And like I said, it was all Millwall in this game, which was really surprising, because they were sitting 23rd or 22nd in the league. Yeah, it was all Millwall, and it sounds like, you know, I was sort of just trying to throw the game, try and keep them up, but really, it was all Millwall. There was nothing I could do about it. You know, they were the better team, and Paulo was keeping us in the game from, you know, the first minute. Here he makes a great punch away. Andy Keogh's volley hits the bar, and it falls to John Marquise, who makes it 2-1 to Millwall. 45th minute scripting, but yeah, it was all Millwall. It was crazy, you know, like I just couldn't seem to defend against them, and you know, we barely had any attacks on goal either. Here's Liam Feeney going one-on-one. It's a great save by Gaza again. He was just doing everything he could to keep us in the game. But this happens here in the 78th minute. Feeney down the left-hand side, crosses the ball in, and again Gazaniga makes a great save. But at this point I was thinking to myself, maybe we're not going to get anything from this game because we're just playing all over the place. But not only is Gazaniga a great shot stopper, but he's also a really good kicker of the ball. And I don't know what to say about this. This is just awesome. What an amazing kick. It goes all the way to the opposition penalty area to Michel Weiser, who manages to head the ball past the on-rushing Mike Taylor. Goes to celebrate with Gazaniga, who runs up the pitch, and they celebrate on the halfway line. And just marry me, please. I love the guy. I mean, it's just incredible. The 87 kicking is just incredible. You know, like I said before, I love goalkeepers that can kick. He just played incredible in this game. I think he got like a 9.9, which is the highest I've ever seen for a goalkeeper. It's just an absolute launch up the field. Christopherson, the guy I signed, I thought maybe it wasn't a goalkeeper assist, but no, Christopherson doesn't get a single touch on the ball. It goes all the way into the opposition penalty area, and Michel Weiser heads the ball past the goalkeeper, and I just had to show Paulo Gazaniga run up the pitch and celebrate with Michel Weiser. So, yeah, I'm in love with the guy, and who can blame me? Seriously, who can blame me? 2-2 the final score, and without Gazaniga we would have lost that game by many goals and not even scored that second goal because no goalkeeper can kick the ball like that. But yeah, 2-2 the final score, and I was absolutely delighted with that win. Draw, Jesus. But I was absolutely delighted to rescue a point when, to be honest, like Millwall deserved to win that game. Like I said, I wasn't trying to throw it or anything, but Millwall deserved to win that. They were far better than us, but they didn't. It finished 2-2, and that's the main thing. We didn't lose the game. But the following games against fellow relegation strugglers, Huddersfield Town, going to the Garfarm Stadium. Wilfried Zaha, I've said before, he's not 5-star skill, but he feels like he is. He's so amazing at skills. Goes down the right-hand side, crosses the ball in. Kim Shin-wook's header goes all the way out to Andros Townsend eventually. His volley saved by Alex Smithies, but Kim Shin-wook gets his head to the ball and puts it into the back of the net. It's 1-0 to Blackburn Rovers, and that's how the game finished. So absolutely delighted with that game. And yeah, we closed out the season with a game against Leeds United. That was the that was the final game of the season. Ewood Park, really, to show us home supporters that we can be good enough in the Premier League to stay up with a convincing win over Leeds United. That's what I had in mind. But yeah, Leeds obviously a very decent side. They sat just outside the playoffs, I think. In the game at this stage, I don't think they could have got into the playoffs, so they didn't have anything at stake, but still a decent side nonetheless, got some really good players. And Michel Weiser here in the 28th minute goes through 1-on-1, but it's a great save by Kasper Schmeichel, and to be honest, that was basically the only chance of the game. It was a really poor game, and 0-0 is how it finished. So I'm pretty pleased that we didn't lose any of the games, even after we got promoted, but even so. We get a email here saying that we've been given £39,500, which is brilliant. I mean, that's going to pay, like, 5 weeks of one player's wages, so yay, good for me. But here's the league table, as you see here, top of the table by, I think it was 15 points in the end with 103 points. It's just an incredible achievement. And yeah, it really gives me a lot of confidence for next season. You know, with Brighton, we only just went up in the playoffs, but with Blackburn, to go ahead and win it, win the whole division by 15 points, it gives me a lot of confidence going into the Premiership that we can be good enough to stay up. Because obviously with Brighton, I left them in 20th place, rock bottom, to join Spurs. With Blackburn, I honestly feel that we're not going to be in that situation in a year's time. You know, we'll be sitting there in, 16th, 15th, 14th, sort of a low bottom half table, but, not in a relegation zone. But here's the squad report, the final one in the season. Some players developing really nicely, noticeably Kurt Zuma, Ryan Shotton, and I think it's Andros Townsend, the other guy that's developed by like 3 or 4 stats, which is really cool. Ryan Shotton's going up by 5, man, that's incredible. But yeah, the players are looking really good, which is really nice, and I'm going to try and sell a few of these players on in the summer. Players like Pedersen, who I don't really need, and probably Rashina as well, because I don't really need those players, but the side's looking good, and I'm really enjoying it at the moment. But here's a South Korean scouting update. This year, obviously that was the last game of the season, so all you're going to see now is a few emails and stuff, and I also got these emails whilst I was in the Confederation Cup with South Korea, but I just put them all into the back of this episode, so it's not all over the place for you guys, so you can sort of have a constant flow of emails and know exactly what's going on instead of darting in from from country to club. But yeah, the loan deals expire here, and here's another youth squad monthly report. I think I got 2 of these when the season ended. But yeah, like I said, I was in the Confederations Cup with South Korea, and that starts in the next episode. So look forward to that. It's the first national tournament I'll be in this series. So yeah, look forward to that. It's not obviously it's not a major tournament. It's not like a World Cup or whatever, but it's still something that I want to win. And you know, hopefully we can do well and get through the group stages to the knockout stages. We'll have to see how difficult the group is. But yeah, that'll be in episode number 22. So look forward to that. But as always, guys, a big thank you for watching. I think I might have to leave this commentary short because I'm not entirely sure how long I've actually got to talk. So I'm sort of just, I can't see the time, so I don't know whether I'm going to run out of time whilst I'm talking, so I better cover my bases and say thanks for watching. And yeah, I've actually got more time to finish this commentary, then sorry for leaving it short. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the longer episode of Career Mode, and I'll see you for episode number 22 in the Confederations Cup with South Korea very soon. Oh, I did have time in the end. Cool. Yay, bye.